where tonight we are going to discuss Ordinals Lisbon recap of everything that happened over there, what it means for Pizza Ninjas, what it means for Ordinals, what it means for Runes. And speaking of Runes, the ultimate comeback for Rune June. Runes are absolutely pumping. We're going to be talking about some of our favorite runes during this episode after Ordinals Lisbon. Feel free to jump in chat. Tell us your favorite runes. Show us some tickers. Jump in on the chat. This is going to be live streamed on X and on YouTube. You can feel free to jump in on either of those. This show is brought to you by Ninja Alerts and Pizza Ninjas, who, as always, have absolutely been crushing it, and we're the primary host of Ordinals Lisbon, which was possible thanks to a lot of our sponsors. We're going to be looking at all of that in today's video. We are joined for further updates. Definitely follow Pizza Ninjas, Ninja Alerts, and @TO with notifications on. Today I am joined by Flyride, Chris D himself, the regular co-host of the show, and a very special guest, our DJ in Ordinals Lisbon, one of the Pizza Ninjas fam, the first person to ever make a Pizza Ninjas song. Captain, how's it going today, brother?
It's going good, man. I honestly, I already miss Lisbon. It was so awesome.
It was great, man. Yeah, we're gonna be nailing Lisbon in this episode, but yeah, we're still like recovering, man. I mean, like, I know it wasn't as far for you, but it was a 6-hour time difference for me. So yeah, still kind of getting used to that. The travel was horrendous to like get back, but God, Lisbon was so good. I mean, it was so packed. We're gonna have so much videos and pictures and all that, man. It was great. Meanwhile, Chris held it down in Austin, Texas. So how was that, man?
Bro, it's weird to be at a conference and FOMOing about not being at a conference. Like, that was actually kind of strange. So I kept seeing all the ninja stuff, and I was like, damn, it looks so dope. Beaches and all that. And we just had hot ass weather. It was just ridiculously hot and humid. And yeah, I don't know. Austin was cool. It was actually a really, really good time. We were going to do a Pizza Ninja get together. One of our guys got in a bad accident. It was just packed full of events nonstop. So ended up just being something we kind of like put off till later. So maybe we'll have to do something in LA the next time that I'm gonna try to organize something. That'd be cool.
I mean, I know whatever happened while we were gone, runes went up, and now Ordinals are going up. So we did something in Lisbon, and I guess a little something in Austin. Yeah. We do have some people in the chat. We got GM from Kobe Plays. Let's go from Task. Number go up. Let's go. Definitely going to be talking about some runes and some numbers going up later in this video, so do not go anywhere. In the meantime, we're actually going to put together some amazing clips of everything, but I do want to give you guys a sneak peek that has not been seen yet from Lisbon. Captain himself DJing at our pool party, which was really sick. When I said ever before seen, I mean Captain himself hasn't even seen this.
No, that's true.
And it's him. Yeah, man, what'd you think of the pool party? Like, again, like, I know it's kind of, we don't have everything up right now, but you know, from what you saw of it, or from your experience.
For my experience,
for the pool party.
It was such a new experience as well. I had never done a pool party, of course, and the first moments of being there was me blowing up some pizza inflatables, which was also fun to do. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed the whole evening. I was just a troll farmers why I had that pretty face, Captain. But yeah, it was so fun to do, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting some big ninja parties ready for the next time as well.
Heck yeah, man. I was trying to pull up some coverage of it. We just had so much that we did. I mean, the conference itself was like awesome. Here, I'll just go ahead and share this as well. Where's it at? So here's just some stuff from the conference. I was trying to scroll back to the beginning, but I guess myself did a good job at keeping everybody up to date because this is like nonstop. We were so busy, but in a good way. So this was the main room. that we had some of the like discussions in. So it was a lot more than just this room, but this was like where some of the panels. And the first thing I just have to mention is that like people were so dialed from the time we started till the time we ended. Like if you notice this video, like every seat is full. It never was not like that. Matter of fact, it was so packed out. People were standing back here and kind of being loud, which like you know, that makes sense. Like you see somebody you've never like you've been talking to online, like you want to talk. But it was so packed. It was the opposite issue of what a regular conference would have. Like regular conferences, you want to try to fill up the seats. Our issue was there's too many people in there. The panel could barely hear each other, which is a good problem to have because there was still the fair amount of people that were just dialed in and listening the whole time. So it was sick, man. We had the artist, featured as our Ninja of the Month. So we blew up some of our Ninjas of the Month, really gave them some some exposure. There's just some shots of our pool party, and we have a ton of footage. And my wife actually got a drone and flew a drone around to get some footage of the pool party and some of the other events. So yeah, it was so cool. Here's the main stage. So like ninjas were blasted on the main stage. There's Trevor giving a talk. Yeah, here's a great example of that. I mean, dude, this room is massive. Like you're at like just imagine the biggest IMAX you've ever been to, like a theater, and like screens on all sides, just absolutely like massive. And those talks really cool. Just pitching ninjas, and then some of our sponsors gave speeches. One of the biggest things that came from this for ninjas, besides the success of throwing the event, which is going to lead to so many opportunities, and already has, is that we talked about pizza pets. And so Trevor, we've been teasing this for a while. Like, what are pizza pets? Chris, man, you have been talking about this on here for a while. Like, what are these? What are these things gonna? Yeah, try not to. And we finally announced on the big stage exactly what they are. And I don't even know if we should like go into detail about that on this episode or not, because so much alpha is dropped there. We have so much to talk about. We do have some people in chat. We got Adele, Ninja Forever, got Parallel saying GM, Nikki Specs, a local in Austin. Did you meet Nikki while you were there, Chris?
I don't know if I did. If I did, I may have been drunk. So hopefully if I met you, Nikki, it was a good meeting. Otherwise, I think we were just in the DMs.
We got Troll Farmer, which I met in Lisbon for the first time. Awesome person. Saying, why hide that pretty face, Captain? Got Boozy, the artist behind Ninjas themselves, saying, looking dapper in that hat, Captain. Funny story about my hat that we'll get into later in this video. But yeah, man, I mean, overall, just an amazing time. Really think everything. These were really cool. So Arno, I forgot his like full but like animated some ninjas. And so these are the ninjas like walking across the screen. He did like all of our animations. Here's my wife. So only one person got in the pool because it was so cold. So here's some like cool pictures of that. She's the same one that got in the pool for Hong Kong as well. So fun fact about that. She's a brave soul. Thanks to Ferrum Network, we actually had 2 yachts. Not one, but 2 yachts. And so the ninjas took over one yacht, really just making sure everybody had a good time. And Ferrum Network took over the other yacht, just to kind of make sure everybody had a good time. And it was such a good time. There's me and Captain, holding down the yacht. We did our hard work. We put in our hard hours of making sure people had a blast. It was hard stuff, Chris.
Yes.
Hey, I'm such a doof. I literally have footage of Nikki Speck at the show that he just mentioned on here Wednesday night at the Medusa show. I'm like, man, I have his Pizza Ninja shirt, and I just didn't use it because he was blurry in my video.
Dang.
So I'll have to like try to use some kind of AI cleanup tool, and then we'll post it on the Pizza Ninjas.
Yeah, without a doubt. We got Secretary Not Sure saying love the ninjas full body, and of course Mr. Wagme GM. My even though I don't own any STX, Mr. Wagme is like my guy to update me on STX. And a lot of other crypto because he posts very good updates. I actually made this highlight reel. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but we had Violetta there, just kind of talk about just a full recap, just some of the amazing street performance that we heard. That was actually so good. That's the second yacht. There was an after party at a beach. It was basically like an all-night beach rave. that happened. Here's the ninjas marching across the screen. That one's actually mine. I was super excited. This is the Fiat funeral.
Yeah.
So like they threw a funeral for Fiat. This is the location of the pool party, which was sick. Here's the ninja. What are these called?
I don't know. I need to know though. I want one of those.
I like forget every time I like see one. I forget what it's called. It'll come back to me. But
Yeah.
Oh, it's chat.
Like
What the hell is that thing called?
Ninja
The board with all the logos on the back. We
Come
need
on,
to know.
chat. Yeah, board with logos. Man, literally any other time I could remember, but not right now. So I'm just gonna call it the Wall of Ninjas. So congrats to all the people that made the Wall of Ninjas. I was not one of them. And here's some just performance at the conference itself. Some art. The Ordinal section was huge. I mean, it was like all downstairs, all upstairs. Like we had it down, had ninjas everywhere, had our wonderful sponsors. By the way, like I'm not just saying this as like a plug, like the conference is over. Everyone that sponsored the event are like some of the best builders I've ever met in my life. Like Ferrum Network is building their layer 1 on Bitcoin, layer 2 on Bitcoin. Bitcoin Frontier Fund is a VC in the space that's invested in 70 plus startups. It's actually Trevor's VC fund. Xverse Wallet, you're probably all familiar with it. Stacks, you're probably all familiar with. The Ordinal Show, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Monday and Wednesday with Jan, Leo, and Trevor. And I might not know all these. I'm just going off the top of my head. Control is the one that sees Control is the one that did the Fiat funeral. Big Boy Ords Games is the handheld device, the first ever Web3 handheld device. I actually bought one while I was there. Liquidium lets you borrow against your ordinals or lend or against your ordinals. They're actually allowing Rune soon. Jay, the co-founder, was there to represent. Zeth was there to represent BitBoy. Beyond, I met both of those guys. Opal, Lunar Crush, Megapunks, the Bitcoin Star Lab. And then the Ordinals Passport was really cool. So the Ordinals Passport was essentially this, like, I think I have one in here, but it's across the room. You got this like physical passport. So it's kind of like you're going from like each of these activations, and you actually get it stamped. And if you do everything, you also get rewards. So like one of the rewards is you got to go onto the yacht. You could have been any attendee to the Ordinals Lisbon conference and then got on the yacht, and that happened with a few people. And then there's also it's going to be its own thing. So really cool what they did with the Ordinals Passport. I really just can't stress enough the power of like not just IRL events, but like I guess I used to have a little bit more of and we're going to get to runes in just a few minutes, guys. I see a ton of ninjas in the chat, which is freaking awesome. Thank you guys for showing up, because this really has to do with you. And then when we talk about runes, it's gonna have to do with everybody, because like runes are going crazy right now. And it's so cool to see. But yeah, like I used to like kind of be like not. Like I thought IRL events were cool, but I thought it was like for like a select group of people, like you saw apes doing it like really early, but like really realizing the power of these events and also the connections. I mean, like it just makes sense. Like you're meeting some of the top builders in the space, because only the top builders are going to show up at these events, at some of the top collaborations in the space, which leads to the top protocols in the space, which leads to the top partnership. Like it's all connected. So like I can't stress enough the importance of some of these events. Not necessarily that you have to like attend, just the fact that if you're a part of these projects that are showing up and doing cool stuff, there's a lot of opportunity there. And not only did ninjas show up for Ordinals Lisbon, we ran Ordinals Lisbon again with the help of those wonderful sponsors that I just showed and try to shout out individually. Like we would not have been able to do it without those sponsors. Like, thank you guys so much if any of you affiliated are watching this video. Ferrum particularly like had like a huge help. They got so many people down there and did so many activations and did just an excellent job. So this wasn't like, just ninjas, but like ninjas did take initiative for the conference itself. And man, there's some cool stuff that's going to come out. Like literally, like I can't talk about it right now, but there's a list of opportunities now that ninjas didn't have 2 weeks ago. And this is just bonuses towards everything else that's on our roadmap. So super, super freaking cool. Before we move on, I want to talk to you guys a little bit more. I do just want to kind of like look at chat a little bit more, because we got some chat. We got Koma, the trader that's not.
I was going to call him a trader too.
Yeah, he's like, I clicked on his name and it said add him to the block list. I should add him to the block list. I don't know why I'm putting his name up here. We replaced you already. We got Captain. He's better. It was good knowing you. We got Space Captain. Looks so awesome. Nascua, Lisbon was awesome. Good, man. I'm so glad you were there. Beyond Team was strong. I absolutely agree. Beyond Team was really legit. So much better than traditional spaces. We can interact. Yeah, Onyx, awesome frux, by the way. I freaking had a mint and I was on the yacht and I like tried, I had no service and I was like, and then like by the time I was off the yacht and like ready for my day, it was like already like $700 to buy in. Got blessed. I don't know. Yeah, he's down. So that's Eric. He's part of the team. One of the ones that really made Lisbon happen. So shout out to Eric. Showtime. Yeah, just said yeah. I'm gonna skip over Coma. It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. Why we say Coma? Are you a Pokemon card expert? I saw someone posting that. You're good stuff. Anyways, Coma said it's just 3 white guys. We need more representation.
Yeah.
It's a diverse group at in Lisbon. I'll tell you that. Like it's even just like it's weird being at an event and being like one of the only Americans there because like all of the events that I've attended were like in the U.S. So like being this was in Lisbon, it was probably. Would you agree, Captain, that there's probably more Europeans than Americans?
Yeah, definitely. I think I heard all kinds of languages. I think from Russian to Chinese to I think everything was represented there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. I really enjoyed it. Any ninjas plans for Nashville? I don't know if I can share yet, but yes, like big plans for Nashville. You're gonna see. Again, I don't know what I'm allowed to say regarding Nashville, but let's just say like we're really focusing on that for our next activation, and it's gonna be big. So yes, ninjas definitely have some big plans for Nashville. We have big plans for the Pizza Pets as well. I know we kind of glanced over it a little bit at the beginning, like when we were looking at some of the activations from Lisbon, which these are all going to be recapped as well. But yeah, man, the Pizza Pets is also an activation coming up that's like obviously we're looking forward to. We got the big presentation at Lisbon on like the alpha of what the Pizza Pets are going to be. Captain, I kind of gave you a little leak beforehand because I was like the day of. What'd you think, man?
Crazy. The first thought, like in one word, was crazy, of course. Then I heard the like more elaborated like version of Trevor on the main stage, and then it was even more like, okay, this is going to be a very interesting game, and it's I'm gonna participate for sure. I don't
love
know
it.
if I'm very curious to see who will win.
Yeah, me too, man. Even my wife like heard it and she wants to participate. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna send her one to see if she can keep it alive. So it's I don't want to go into too much detail because it's not I don't really know, even though it's said out loud, I still don't know like what's supposed to be said, but it's essentially going to be a Tamagotchi style on chain on Bitcoin style game to where you got to keep your Tamagotchi alive. That's all I'm going to kind of say about it right now. There's a lot of game theory. There's going to be even more advanced game theory and a lot of cool stuff to come about that we'll be revealing over the next couple weeks. Most of which was talked about in Lisbon. So definitely cool. Johan, I guess, is going to go to Nashville. Looking forward to seeing you there. I'll definitely be in Nashville. Post coffee reviews, thoughts on one sip. Everyone knows the rules. Yeah, there was I didn't have like much good coffee in Lisbon. Honestly, the best coffee I had was at the conference. Like the conference had a really good coffee setup. Like they had an espresso machine there and they were pouring like they basically just did oat milk or espresso or whatever. And it was actually really good. Somebody else saying, hopefully I can make it to Nashville. You got a MF or cowboy hat. So it's kind of a must that you go to Nashville.
I think I'll be there too. I think we're gonna try to shoot Karate Combat there as well.
So are you like with Karate Combat now? Like you part of that like gig or what?
So they said no one's ever shown up prepared like with gear and the things that you need to do stuff. And I was like, that's sad, but like, okay. They're like, yeah, you're welcome back anytime. So we'll see. It kind of depends on the team that I was working with, and they want to fly me out places and watch people beat each other's asses. Like I'm here for it. I will push buttons there. It'll be good.
I saw Joe Rogan was there at the Karate Combat.
That's almost got to interview him.
Man, that'd be sick.
Yeah, we did get Billy McFarland, the Fire Fest guy, to come down and sit, and We razzed him a little bit. Asked him if he dropped the soap and dropped the soap in prison.
Oh my gosh.
Because we were
So-
like, "Have you ever been in a fight?" And he was like, "Oh, well, something happened in prison." And we're like, "Okay."
Do we need to get a ninja on there on Karate Combat?
I 100% think we do.
Who would it be? Who would you like your who would your most entertaining pick be?
I don't know.
I see
But
Koma is wanting you to invite him to karate. So
I invite Koma. I elect Koma because being as he ditched us these last few weeks, I want to see him get beat up.
hey, no, we should definitely do like
Koma said definitely Trevor. Could you imagine like Trevor versus I don't know, man. Who would I don't even know who Trevor's match would be in this space, but I don't know if it would need to be another Bitcoiner or it would need to be like somebody random.
They have the IFS, which is the like influencer fight something or other, or IFC, I guess it's a club. I say there's like blockchain maxi club and stuff like that. Like we should have like somebody from Solana should fight somebody from Bitcoin, or I don't know, something crazy like that. I just know Ashley and my friend Aaron, they're gonna throw down.
We should have oh, they actually are.
Oh, they're yeah. It's kind of
what? Let's go. Yeah, we should have Domo and Casey because like Domo was like BRC20 and Casey's Runes. That would make sense. Maybe Trevor and Leo, but Leo's not doxxed. I don't know. No, Leo would need to go against another like meme coin. He'd need to go against like I don't know, Pups or something like that. I don't know who would represent Pups, but maybe Farmer Joe or something like that.
Was Leo at Lisbon? I think I saw like a picture on X, but
no, I don't think he was. But there was.
Okay.
I actually took a picture of it. There was a physical runestone there.
Mhm.
It was the first ever physical runestone, and it was made out of marble, and that was really cool, man. I thought it was, anyways. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But yeah, I mean, dude, just a real life runestone that you could like touch and stuff. Like that was so cool.
and there was
I gotta pull it back up. Well, yeah, Poseidon said did Captain DJ live in Lisbon? Yes, he did. We played it at the very beginning. I'll kind of give you like one more like little sneak of it before we look at this whatever else I was about to pull up. But we have so much footage from Lisbon. But yeah, one of the things is Captain throwing it down. So let me go ahead and pull this up. So yeah. Another one. I haven't watched this one yet. Right here. Of course, there's the Bitcoin ninjas too.
Yeah. It was good timing.
Heck yeah. So yeah, Captain definitely threw it down for us at Lisbon. It was sick, man. That was during the pool party. Pool party was great. We had to like filter people out because there were so many people.
It was very busy. And same as at the conference, a lot of people like were meeting each other, and yeah, it was so good. Like seeing all the faces behind the PFPs.
Yeah, kind of surreal, man. Being able to meet everybody behind the PFPs. Met a lot of ninjas, of course, because we had like 3 parties just for ninjas, basically. It's actually more than I was expecting. So yeah, there's gonna be like a lot of coverage, a lot of post coverage on it. Definitely recommend if you guys have a ninja, or even if you don't have a ninja and you're just like listening in, try to make Nashville because it's gonna be good. I mean, it was so refreshing. Like, dude, it's funny because like runes were pumping and I didn't even know it, but just being around the top builders in the space, you just know. You're just like, this has zero chance. Hypothetical, like this is gonna make it. Like we're gonna make it, as cheesy as it sounds. And in the background, like runes are like pumping to Valhalla, but like I didn't even know that at the time. I was just chilling, having a good time. And yeah, my wife was with me. She's not even crypto native, and she had a great time. She was like doing a lot of the photography and videography, so she was super busy, but it was really welcoming. Yeah, on the Karate Combat, I guess Trevor is the one that's getting elected. So whoever has the Mortal Kombat themed pizza ninjas. Yeah, I'm not the only one that noticed the Pac-Moon controller. It did look like a Pac-Moon controller.
Yeah.
So I guess we're halfway through, which means we're going to take a look at some runes. At any given point, chat, if you want us to continue talking about specifically Lisbon or Nashville, or you have any questions, feel free to drop in, hang out. And if not, we're gonna look at some runes, just because, man, what a time to be in the runes like ecosystem. And then also, like somebody asked earlier, I kind of glazed over it. Maybe it's because they have a fruck, and I'm just like upset that I was, in Lisbon and not able to mint. But they were asking about bullish Bitcoin pizza ninjas, and for those that don't know, bullish Bitcoin pizza ninjas is rune number 14, ironically right next to pizza delivery, and it's still not. It's still not announced yet, so like I basically still can't say anything about it. But it's there. Just know it's there, and you can use your imagination.
Still think it's cool that I don't know who etched it, of course, but whoever etched it chose like the name I used for one of the songs. I was really honored.
Yeah, exactly. So it's basically just like your song on the chain now.
Yeah, basically. Now I just have to put a song on the chain, then it's all complete.
So let's look at the whole. Yeah, that would actually be sick if that would be possible. Let's look at the entire runes market for a second. Look at the 7-day chart, man. Oh my gosh, 93% on dog, like 73% on RSIC, 94% on pops. Like this is nuts. Like, how are you guys feeling about this? Like, did you have runes exposure? Like, were your bags packed or what?
Dude, not enough for me. I feel like I should have like doubled down on a bunch of this stuff, like Wanko Manko for sure. I should have grabbed more of that, but there's just a couple ones. But stoked just to see decentralized moving, and you know what I mean. Like,
yeah,
that's my biggest bag for sure.
Hey, HODL's been going up. It's up 50% for the day. I think it might be 20% now. Oh, Magic Eden got charts, by the way, which is pretty cool. So you can like actually chart things and kind of see history. So that's really cool. Shout out to Magic Eden. And yeah, I mean, they've been going crazy, and this is cool because a lot of these ninjas minted, we were in the trenches, like minting this stuff. Now, granted, like fee rates were high, so it's not like it was cheap to mint it, but like most things are up now. Like, I mean, I feel like everything I minted that wasn't like complete degen, I'm like up pretty good on. I don't remember exactly my fee rates or anything like that. And I also did a lot of heavy buying, and that was encouraged since the beginning, was to DCA, not to go all in on the first few days, but to kind of like wait, see how it goes, buy, gradually. And that's exactly the game plan I stuck with. And yeah, I mean, obviously I'm at that point where it's like, I should have bought more of this or more of that, but I have to just be happy with like the fact that the entire ecosystem is booming. And the thing is, like, with the attention it's getting right now, I think it's really solidifying its place. It just crossed like a $2 billion market cap, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure like Ord.io said that. People are talking about it. Other influencers that like didn't really have anything to do with it are talking about it. Some big YouTubers are talking about it. So it's kind of, again, solidifying its place in the ecosystem, and just like all ecosystems. Breaking news: the total market cap of Rune's protocol is just crossed $2 billion. And there's your Wanko.
So silly. It's crazy.
It's like the one rune I don't have. This is the one that you went on. But yeah, this is cool, man. I'm just thankful that we were like early to this, and I'm really interested to see where it all goes from here. Because I mean, even like $1 billion market cap's like pretty high, but it's not the ceiling. Like this stuff could really be something. Like, if you compare dog go to the moon to other chains, it's still like only 50% of the value of all the other dog tokens, like across like the biggest chains. And Bitcoin is the biggest chain, so it's it's just interesting to see.
Damn, these numbers are wild.
Yeah, they are. But like you said, decentralized is getting some attention. I held on to my entire airdrop of that. So I think we're still
about halfway. I actually was able to kind of front run. I knew I needed a new camera, so I took 2/3 of my bag, and I got out at like 8.5, and it's at 4.2 right now. So
that's good.
Come back. come back.
That's- Yeah, this actually doesn't even show the highest for some reason. I wonder if that's just because. Let's see. I don't know.
Maybe it's average.
Yeah, maybe it's average, but I do remember it being at that. I kind of wanted to sell, but I didn't want to play with fire, and I was already trading too much. A lot of these, like especially the provenance runes, I'm like, like rune number 1, rune number 2, rune number 3, whatever. I'm long gone, so I like wasn't really rushing out. But I did sell Satoshi, like just like one packet from Mint. I don't even remember one whatever from Mint at like 7 sats. So I sold like one little thing, like one 100 of it for like $800 almost, which was nice because that covered a lot of my initials. And I still have the rest of my Satoshi bag that's like doing pretty well right now. I
haven't even seen these charts yet. The fact that they've got simple and they got trading view, that's pretty cool, man. This is like new news to me.
Yeah, dude. Your boy Chris Coffee is a Magic Eden ambassador now. So I had to get in there and really shape them up and tell them what they need. So I'm glad they've been listening.
I think they're releasing their wallet app tomorrow. I think.
Yeah, the mobile one. I'm looking forward. Well, I say I'm looking forward to it. I have beta access. I think I'm actually gonna have some beta access codes for my buddies. So stay tuned for that. These charts are really cool. We got some in the chat. What does these bunnies stand for? Wonderland Rabbit. I'm assuming that's the name of the ticker. You know what? Why not look it up? Wonderland. Somebody gave me some alpha on a rune on my last video as well that I kind of want to look up. All right, Wonderland Rabbit's not popping up. So, Wabbit. Wabbit. There we go.
There it is.
Dang, this thing's like it's a little scary to touch, brother. I guess it's like brand new or something. I don't know.
Yeah, this is the first episode we've been able to have people show the ticker, and we've got charts.
And we got charts. Yeah, we can actually look at the charts now. Dope. Onyx said actually Pizza Ninja. Yeah, Cats in the Sats have been like on fire. That was called really early in the Ninjas Discord. And I didn't touch it just because I was busy, and now I regret not touching it. It's probably up the most out of like anything for the week. This doesn't really do it justice. But it's up 233% for the week. That's up 2.5x more than Dog, and Dog's like been absolutely like the winner. It's been cooking. Now, granted, the market cap's lower, so lower liquidity, lower sales than like Dog. But Dog also got on a tier 1 exchange. I can actually have this up already right now. Got up on Bybit, which is the first tier 1 exchange for perpetual trading. So that's pretty good news. Also, this was pretty cool too. So if you bought Dog in the past month, it outperformed Bitcoin by like 250%. So I mean, just chill and stack Dog, right? That's how the saying goes, something like that. How much Dog you got? I got that Dog in me. That's all I need for this coma. Maybe if you're here face to face, I would answer your question.
Oh man, I love the intensity of
yeah, man. Just giving Coma a hard time. Maybe it's gonna be me versus Coma in the karate combat.
Yo, this is so dope. If you're looking on the top 100 runes, as soon as you click one, just look at the top left of the screen.
Oh yeah,
it like unrunes.
Oh, that's cool.
So sick. What a nice little touch.
I just did it with like ZZZZZ Fehu ZZ, so it takes like forever to do it. That's really cool though. Ghost on a toast.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that one as well.
Ghost. I thought of a really cool rune while in Lisbon that might or might not be a thing, but I'm not going to say anything about it yet. It's going to have an amazing story behind it, though.
That's true. Yeah.
I probably won't talk about it here. Oh, I was wondering. So Ghost on the Toast isn't minted out yet. I was like, why is there like no chart for it? There needs to be, okay, I'm just going to say it. There needs to be more like uniqueness about, and I'm not saying this against Ghost on the Toast, but like I would like to see like more depth and variety to some of these tickers. Like there's a lot of like very similar sounding things that are just different words. I want to see more like random stuff, you know, like I think Satoshi Nakamoto was like, you know, that's original in the aspect of like, you know what that is, but like, I don't know, even like using like the, or I like Cats in the Sats. That's a good one. Wanko Manko is just like, what do you call it? It's niche. It's different. I don't know. You get what I'm saying though? Like some of them are like kind of too close together. This $1 billion cat has been going off today. 67% for the last 24 hours.
That's crazy.
I love the RuneScape gold though.
That's tickers Elsa's down pretty bad. Michael Saylor, I remember. I don't know if I actually did meant to remember. I really like. I own none of this one. I thought it was funny, and I think the guy who runs it's really funny. It's called Hooked on Runeys. I think it's like a funny ticker name, and it's like the whole point of it is they need Magic Eden. They or just somebody needs to like make something where you can just like click the Twitter. But like the whole point of it is like take these pills to fix your poor pains.
Nice.
I think it's funny, and I think it's a good meme. But they haven't really been. I don't own any of it, and they haven't really been doing great. I say that. I mean, I bet for the week. Oh nope, not for the week. Never mind. It's at 0.818. Now it's at like 0.1. So it was about down pretty good bit for the week. They just missed the top 1,000. Got oh dang, we got so many in here. All right, so I think I saw 2 people say this one. Eagle has landed, free launch minting for the next 149 days. Okay. That's an interesting one to keep. Met all of you in Lisbon. Let's go. All of us except for Chris. Sorry, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
He was filming people get beat up in Austin, Texas.
I was filming people get beat up and drunk. That was like the 2 things I filmed. Americans
like to fight, and Europeans like to get on yachts and party for a good time. Got AO Lobo. So yeah, Lobo has been doing well too. I actually own some of that. It's rune number 9. Look at this chart. Let's look at the month. I mean, yeah, that's good. It's just like launch, accumulation, and rocket. Looks pretty good to me. The original Bozo. I need to go off cam just for a second. I will be right back.
I'm so curious if this is going to cause, just people talking about this and how fast the narrative changes. Like if people are going to come back in and be like, oh, I was late, but let me like FOMO in now back to runes. Cause that is very much like
I've already seen that. Like there's already people capitulating and going back. I literally had people roasting me like last week for being bullish on runes, and now they're making content because it gets traction because it's being talked about and being bought. It's attention economy.
Damn, it's true. I'm about to repost my video from a few weeks ago. Shout out to Erica. She wrote it. She's a ninja.
Yeah, she was. She's in Lisbon with us.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she was really cool. I met her, and she's really sweet. And then she was with Minister of NFTs. We try to get him onto the ninja train. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, this is crazy. Look at all these. Is there like a GameStop rune?
Yes, there's 2. Yeah. I actually got to change my battery real quick, but there's GameStop Corporation, and then there is the Roaring Kitty. And the Roaring Kitty, I actually bought the last fiasco of Roaring Kitty, and it went up 400%. I sold half my bag at absolute top, and I'm still holding the other half for a moonshot.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I see right where you sold it. That's crazy. Nice.
Yeah, I sold like literally like at I'm at local top. Like it was, I think my sell was the highest sell, but that was luck. Like I listed it and it just happened to get hit and then it went down. RuneScape Gold is kind of cool. I think that's kind of a cool ticker. I'm not a RuneScape person, but if I was, all right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, this is just weird. Like I honestly feel like just the ability to see the charts while you're talking about it, it's like now it actually makes sense to sit and talk about runes. Whereas before we're talking about it, but it wasn't so, there wasn't so much to see. Like you didn't get that much information. So this is actually, I don't know, I'm bullish. Shout out to Magic Eden for giving us better tools.
You can definitely like talk about it more quickly instead of like first going into all the details and looking into the numbers, doing the math. You can just see it. So
Yeah. No, and for that point, it's the same kind of deal as it was with Ordinals. Like it was just so clunky to get involved off the bat. There was only so much that you could really talk about for like onboarding people into Ordinals. And then, by the time it was like Ordinals are dead, that's when everybody was building all these cool new, tools and ways to interact. And then, by the time it started to like hockey stick back up, it's like, yeah, it just lowered the barrier to entry a lot. So it looks like even if it's just something as simple as charts, like totally mimics the same, the same deal. Runes mimicking how Ordinals went. So I'm here for it.
we're still early.
Yeah, I should buy some more.
Might buy some more runes. I just got back.
Did you guys etch a rune as well, like in the first 5,000 or?
I didn't, and I'm just gonna be transparent about it. I don't know the U.S. laws, and like I think it's kind of odd. Let me go ahead and close this while I go off on my tangent. I think it's kind of odd, and we can open that back up later. That like people are so casual about launching them in the U.S. because like crypto in general, like there's a lot of like red flags and like gray area around like launching your own token. So, but for some reason, people view runes differently. They're just kind of like, I'm just going to do it, And maybe there's nothing wrong with it, but like as somebody who's doxxed, as somebody like who like I try to stay within regulation and stuff like that, like it's just not worth the risk to me. Like there'd probably be like certain ways you'd have to go about it. I'd assume like you'd probably like I don't know, like that. I don't know the regulation around it. I probably should have did it and just not done anything with it until it was clear. But that kind of prevented me from doing it because I essentially felt like I was launching my own token,
It's also the tools and the know-how is another part about it too. But like for example, with like right now with everything happening with Pump.Fun, like you just do not have to be like a dev to be out there. If you've got a big following, people are kind of using that to arbitrage, like doing their thing. So I feel like with runes, especially as that becomes much more just like user friendly. I actually shot a really dope video the other day about a company I'm not going to mention because I'm going to be working with them and I'm excited. But it was a really cool way to watch my buddy actually do a parent-child like etching. Like he actually, like used an existing ordinal and then just like launched, added to it as like a child new inscription. And it was cool. Like the whole process, it was easy. And that to me made me bullish because I was like, oh, other people could for sure do this. So we'll see it.
Heck yeah. But you're not going to tell us who it is?
Not yet. Not until they pay me. No. Honestly, my buddy's like, he doesn't want to put the video out until we've kind of got like our little game plan because we're going to do a whole series for him. Because that's the problem, right? Like my buddy, he was super knowledgeable on it. And so he walks me through it all and he showed me everything. And guess what? If we showed people that video, they would fall asleep because teaching people this stuff is often very boring. I happen to present well, so I watched his video and then would just like represent each little chunk. And I think as we see people kind of do that same thing, like Chris, you're amazing with your videos. You're not going to get tired watching you talk about this stuff. So as the devs work with people that present better and it eventually gets its way, into the ears and eyes of your average person that can actually benefit from it, watch numbers go up, I hope.
I agree, man. I particularly think that's a pain point in the Bitcoin ecosystem because people are so smart that they like they don't explain things well. They like skip over like a ton of steps, like they'll skip steps like 2 through 8, and just go on to like 9. And it's like, oh, you should know that, like obviously,
you should know these 27
obviously you should
acronyms.
split your UTXOs into separate packets and like out of your like Bitcoin core and should have programmed like, no, like people don't know that and they don't care. So it's like being able to explain it in ways of like, Like I recently did a video yesterday. I didn't even do it the right way apparently, but like splitting your runes, like bro, just send it to yourself. Like it's that easy, you know. Or just Magic Eden now has a split feature to where you can literally just like hit the split button. You know, like, and make interesting content around that. Like people still don't know. That's another problem is like you can't assume people know. Like whereas like we might be like living in the ecosystem, and so it's kind of like, how'd you not know how to split your runes? A lot of people just minted or bought and haven't touched their runes since then. They're literally wondering how to offload their runes during this pump. And you know, it's simple, you know, like, but like being able to explain those things in a fun way.
I think you guys have been like in meme coins before on Bitcoin, right? This is my first time, so it's all new for me. So I kind of feel that. Yeah.
I was on meme coins for a while, like for years, just in general. On Bitcoin, I wasn't heavy into BRC20s like I am runes. Like I owned a few, but I didn't trade BRC20s that much. I probably should have. I just didn't. There's a lot of opportunity there. I think I was too like caught up on the ordinal side of things during the BRC20, and you know, still, and I respect Domo and his work a lot. But runes, I read a tweet earlier. I really want to go find it. It's kind of how I feel too. Oh, here it is. I'm actually going to like share the screen just for this one tweet because it's worth it. I think everybody, if you got nothing else from this video, you need to hear this.
Nice.
I actually didn't even know this guy was involved in this ecosystem. I thought he was against it. So kind of funny that he put this. I'm trying to find my button for this. Here it is. All right, here we go. So ordinals are dead, runes are a flop. You absolute moron, you utter buffoon. They gave you something to buy for the first time in 15 years of Bitcoin's history, and you tweeted the entire ecosystem is going to zero instead of buying the one of the easiest layups of this cycle.
I love it. That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people saying the same thing, but like, in my opinion, it's harder to give a take when you don't have any skin in the game. If your take has anything about the positive, if your take is about it, like to the negative side, any idiot can throw stones and sticks, like literally anybody. Now you don't have to be smart to say something's not good. You're just like, oh, that's dumb. You're gonna lose money. It's like you don't even have to have a take. You just say it's not working. It's not gonna happen. Like, oh, look at you. It's like like Nelson on The Simpsons. Like that's literally it. He doesn't take any intelligence at all. So, yeah, man. I think you just got to have all that evidence, and then the people that are willing to put themselves out there and like say something and then be corrected by the chat or be corrected by the comments or whatever, and like kind of inch your way up. But it's either that or just blind faith, like cult-like followings where people are just going to do what they're told. And like, I'm not involved in those ecosystems at all. Like, I'm not trying to be, you know, sheep number 5579. Like, not me.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know, man. I just feel like now's a good time to be positioned. And I mean, we haven't even looked at Ordinal. Let's do that before we close. Like Ordinal's market's been like kind of getting some of this love too. It's like, it's kind of like Bitcoin goes up and it kind of brings everything up with it. And I mean, we've seen some Ordinals doing pretty well. And one thing I've liked about the ninjas is that even during the pullback that like everybody else faced, like we got it, but it wasn't like nearly as bad. So for being a 1,500 piece collection, we're still in the top 15 of volume. We're top 12 actually. And yeah, ninjas 0.11 with a only 51 listed.
Damn,
and
that's actually less than ever, isn't it?
I think it got down to the 40s at one point, but
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, crazy, dude. Like the floor is like super thin from 0.11 to 0.15. And we got as low as 0.08 during that pullback, but that's not nearly as bad as most projects. Like ninjas were like, they provided like a good stable coin during that pullback, honestly. So we'll see.
Didn't Koma say that if we hit 51 listed, he'd shave his head? You better shave your head in Korea there, Koma.
Heyo. I want to see it. If that's what he said, then I hope he follows up on that. Of course, if he has a shaved head, then he might be a little bit more intimidating when we fight in karate combat.
True. You look, yeah, He'll do it.
But yeah, Ordinals overall are like rebounding. Pups got down to like 0.12, which is crazy. Like they're almost equal to Ninjas, but they fell from like 0.4 or something. I really love the Bitcoin puppets, so they rebounded nicely. Runestone 0.018, they were double O's. I mean, so that's an easy 2-3x. People probably anticipating the next drop. Yeah, I mean, these Frux, this was really good to see. Frux was a very cheap mint, if not free. I say if not free. I don't remember if it was just like a fee or what it was, but it was stupid cheap. It was like $70 or something like that. And they're at 0.018 now. That's good to see a new mint go from nothing to 0.018 with a ton of volume.
Who was the big, like, what was the big community behind that? Because that I mean, very much has that puppet vibes. So like, I'm just curious if that was.
It does have puppet vibes. They just teamed up with a lot of different communities, and Ninjas being one of them.
Nice.
What's Mr. Wagney said that Badgers floor seems prime for picking. So Badgers is like debatedly like the like one of the first 10K. So Badgers is the first 10K project that like started minting, but there's only 7K of them. And then like before they finished the last 3K, Node Monks minted the entire 10K, and then Badgers finished minting out their last 3K for like original art on Bitcoin. So that's like some of the history there. But either way, Badgers is still like a really good project. The founder was in Lisbon. I actually don't own any Badgers, but what is this, sub 1 million? I've never seen this before. This should say like sub more than that, sub 100K, right? Like, I wonder why it's just sub 1 million. But anyways,
someone just bought a floor ninja.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it's because we were streaming, man.
yeah,
They were
definitely.
they sniped they sniped while we were streaming. What is it? It's not showing for me. Wait, show pin. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Got a little egg, got a little fried egg on your head.
Yeah,
Welcome to the Monami tribe. I love the eyes on this one. It kind of reminds me of a like a Naruto Sharingan like style eyes. I don't know if anybody gets that reference, but heck yeah, welcome to the ninjas 2 minutes ago. I wonder if they're watching this right now.
I think it's because Koma said he would kiss Trevor if it goes below 10. So he just needs to get 40 of his buddies together and get the other floor.
Yeah, so if you're not familiar, you can literally just save like this and have the high res, or you can animate it. You can put stickers on it. Let's go and animate it, and make it do a bunch of cool stuff. It says some badgers are sub 100K, but most aren't. So I think like 7,000 of them are like sub 100K, but the rest were minted later. That's how I think it went. So now you got a bouncing ninja. Pretty dope. And of course you could like do stickers on it, GM or whatever you want to do. Oh, that was GM in Chinese. Give him a mic all through the ordinal itself. So pretty cool stuff. Boozy said fried egg trade is undervalued. Boozy is the artist, by the way. So for those that don't know. And Boozy, are you gonna be in Nashville? You better be in Nashville. Why is my okay? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Ninja was bought live on our show. Heck yeah. I mean, ninjas are vibing, man. Like I can't like again. It's kind of hard to like quantify how awesome Lisbon was, but it was amazing.
Yeah, I think there were lots of good Pizza Ninja vibes there. Oh, nice. Boozy's there.
Boozy's going to be in Nashville. So if you want to meet the artist of Pizza Ninjas, come to Nashville. And it looks like Chris is going to be in Nashville. So I'm looking forward to it. Met a lot of our holders so far between New York, Denver, and Lisbon. But if there's anybody left in Nashville, I'm sure there's still a lot of people that I haven't met. So what you looking for, Chris? I'm right here.
I got my PC screen and I'm trying to look at activity on one of the Ordinals projects that I got. And I was like, is it hidden down there?
That's funny. Nashville is like July 24th ish. It's like that week. So it's like the last week of July. Mr. Wagme is going to be there as well. I'll be there. I know a lot of other ninjas. I think pretty much most of our teams are going to be there, as far as I know. So it's going to be good. I mean, it's only a couple states away from me. I live in the South already. It's almost drivable. It's like a 12-hour drive. But with all that being said, we are reaching the end of the episode. This is every single Tuesday when we're not traveling at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Captain, thank you for joining us today. You're always welcome back. If you are a ninja, you have a camera and a mic, you want to come on one day, let us know, DM me, come hop on. And unless your name is Coma, of course, everyone else is welcome. And yeah, we just vibe. We talk about runes. We talk about Pizza Ninjas. We talk about the Ordinals market, activations, so much other stuff. So this was a really awesome show because we had so many people in chat, so many ninjas in chat today. I really love that. Let's try to make that normal. Let's try to meet up here on Tuesdays, hang out, catch up. Any questions, any input, look at runes, catch some W's, all that fun stuff, catch up on the market. I appreciate you all for being here. Chris, Captain, any final words?
Let's do it again.
All right,
As
we'll
you
do it
said,
again.
We're going again. Yeah.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Well, let's definitely do something in LA. Just if you're gonna be in LA, like don't get hurt or something right before we do a cool fun thing. Like
That's like LA is like way over, there though. Like,
it's so
Yeah,
good. We
it's
got
like
we got some badass ninjas here. So
oh, Elle's
Find
in the
an
chat.
excuse.
Elle was in Lisbon. It was really good to see you again, Elle. Really good, awesome. Because I saw Elle came on our ninja bus tour in New York and all the way to Lisbon. His first time in Lisbon as well. So, ninja community is